finally here, my 2017 Interior Design Trends video. I've done this video for the last 2 years, and this year I wanted to do something just a little bit different. And if you didn't get a chance to check out my past videos, I will make sure to leave that information in the description box down below. So if y'all have watched my videos in the past, you know that my vintage architectural digests are my holy grail for inspiration. So this year, not only will I talk about what's trending for 2017, where we've seen these trends emerge before, but I'm also going to talk with Westside Market's Rob Jenny to see what's trending locally here in our area. So I hope that you can stay tuned and let's get started. Our first trend is a product we are all familiar with, and that is cork. Cork is made from the outer bark of the cork oak tree. Traditionally, we've seen this product mostly used in flooring, but it has made a re-emergence on walls and soon on other home decor items. But don't be fooled, cork has been on the design scene before, making an appearance in Better Homes and Garden circa 1968. If you're looking for uniqueness as well as function, this might be the trend for you. Up next are tropical prints. It never ceases to amaze me, our love affair with nature, and how we attempt to surround ourselves with nature in our interior spaces. Overscale leafy prints will show up in a major way, from wallpaper to pillows. But the use of tropical prints are far from being new, hence its past styling from 1968, featured in Better Homes and Garden. Ways you can incorporate this trend is through artwork, wallpapers, pillows, and accessories. This ode to nature is one you can't go wrong with. Our next trend is geometrics. This trend started last year, making a big splash in ceramic tiles, and is still going strong, moving deeper into home decor items, wallpapers, fabrics, and art prints. If this is a trend you want to curate in your home, think simple lines and patterns, because a little can go a long way. Some awesome introductory ways are wallpapers to a half a bath, pillows, or even a staircase runner. But time is no stranger to geometric prints, as seen in our next two photos from Better Homes and Garden in 1968. And what I love about the geometric trend is you don't need a lot to modernize an interior space. The key for this trend is the underuse and not the overuse. Navy and rich blues are our next trend. Navy is a color that embodies a classic and understated elegance when used in interior design spaces. I can see why navy is trending this year because of its richness. Hot home decor items will be sofas, other upholstery goods, and colored accent walls. But navy has crossed our paths before. An Architectural Digest March-April edition in 1976. What I love about this trend is navy pairs well with other colors, creating unlimited design potential. Which leads us into our next trend, jewel tones. The design industry has been riding a wave of light, bright, and airy for a while. And even though that design style is not slowing down completely, there is a movement for a richer, more seductive use of colors and styling in interior design spaces. And what piques my interest about using jewel tones is it shows a fearlessness in the use of color while bringing excitement to your senses as well as to your interior space. The use of jewel tones was also made popular in the 1969 summer issue of Architectural Digest. This color palette will tie in beautifully using an eclectic, bohemian, or Moroccan design style during this design season. Moving on to our next trend, terracotta. The sense of bringing more warmth into our homes will be the driving force behind this trend in the upcoming year. Showing up in flooring and fireplace surrounds, terracotta is definitely not anything new, hanging around for centuries. It was put on display in Architectural Digest in 1976, but you will see some new home decor items being made from terracotta, such as pendant lights. The absence of terracotta from the front line of design will make it feel fresh and new again. So if you want to pull this trend into your home decor, try displaying a beautiful collection of terracotta pottery. By far, this is my favorite trend of 2017, upholstered headboards. The classic iconic design piece invokes a sense of luxury and will be money well spent during this design season. Whether you love a contemporary or traditional style, an upholstered headboard will be the showstopper in any design space. But this trend is a resurgence to luxury, as seen in these next photos from 1968 and 1969. In the past, upholstered headboards had to be custom made, but now they are reasonably accessible. So if this is the year you're going to redo a master or guest bedroom, this is a trend you don't want to miss. No surprise, our next trend is another natural element: wood accents. I think some type of wood accent shows up every year in design trends, morphing season to season. The use of wood accents can bring depth and highlight features in your home. The return of using wood accents, like what was featured in Architectural Digest circa 1969, can bring your walls front and center to shine this design season. This trend will be showing up with intricate and sleek modern styling. So whether you use this trend in a major or minor way, this is one that will keep nature close to home. Up next are mixed patterns and textures. Are hot on this year's design trend list. This is a trend that started last year and has gained even more momentum. Mixing pattern and texture properly does have a degree of difficulty. Done right, a room can come alive and be full of energy, but done wrong, it can become a cluttered, overwhelming, and distracting space. In Better Homes and Garden in 1968, you can see where designers have always played with mixing pattern and textures together. So don't be afraid to try this trend in an interior or exterior space. And our final trend this year are faux finishes. And I know what you're thinking. These are not the faux finish walls from the 80s, but more refined, encompassing countertops, faux wood beams, flooring, and furniture. Faux finishes have been around for ages, but what will make this trend new again is the use of metallic paints and new layered techniques. Not only will you see this trend showing up on walls, but on furniture too. And before the 80s, faux finishes were all the rage, as shown in our next photos from 1968. So now is the time for you to brush up on your faux techniques, because this is one trend that will have its day in the spotlight again. Moving on to color trends for 2017. Sherwin-Williams selected Poised Taupe as its color of the year. Benjamin Moore selected Shadow as its color of the year. Pittsburgh Paints selected Violet Verbena as its color of the year. Axel Noble selected Denim Drift as its color of the year. And rounding out the color category, Pantone selected Greenery as its color of the year. Taupe, described as a cozy color that brings a sense of warmth to your home. And that's what Taupe does. It's a good alternative if you don't want a stark white interior space. And what I love about a Taupe color palette, it creates the perfect background for other colors to shine. So if you're looking to warm up your interior space, this is the color to put on your must-try list. Purple. This color by Benjamin Moore is described as elusive and a master of ambience. This shade of eggplant purple is rich and fascinating. It plays right into the jewel tone trend. This is one color to try if you're daring. Violet. Pittsburgh Paints describe this color as a moody purple with a chameleon-like presence, showing up naturally in nature. With its soothing and calming vibe, this color will appear different depending on the reflection of light. But this color was made popular in 1968, as you will see in our next photos from Better Homes and Garden. So if this is the color for you, it will definitely be a pretty one to complete your interior space. Blue. Axel Noble's selection of Denim Drift has been described as a unique shade that represents the times that we live in and our love affair with denim. We all know that fashion trends tie in closely to home trends. Whether we pull this color in through artwork or a dynamic wall color, denim will always be a part of our way of life. And finally, green. Pantone has described this shade of green as refreshing, revitalizing, and symbolic of new beginnings. The question is, How will you use greenery this season? This shade of green will be showing up on upholstery goods, fabrics, and home accessories. But this shade of green is nothing new. We've experienced it before in Better Homes and Gardens circa 1968. And just like before, this color will be big in the home fashion scene, from vanities to armchairs, home accessories, or even a painted front door. There will be no shortage of home goods to add this color into your space in 2017. So if you're looking to incorporate any of these trends into your home, you have to stop and shop at Westside Market, where new meets old, home to over 85 of the Southeast leading merchants, as well as home to Southern Girl Interiors. And I will leave more info in the description box down below. So Rob, what do you think is trending in interior design in our local area?
You know, Shantae, what's interesting about Atlanta is that Atlanta is really just a great melding pot of a lot of different interior design styles. And so it's really all about the mix right now with what's happening in Atlanta. People are mixing new product with old and really are working hard to create their own individual style by doing that.
So Rob, since you have your finger on the pulse of interior design here at Westside Market, what do you think is a good starting point for a person looking to jumpstart or revamp their interior design space?
You know, what's interesting is that inspiration can really just start from anywhere. I think if a person comes in with a true open mind and really allows them to gravitate towards something that they would really be interested in. You know, the inspiration could be a really beautiful rug. The inspiration can be a piece of furniture. There are a lot of different avenues that can start and spearhead that design process. I think people struggle when they come in really thinking that they need to start at a certain point, say start with a sofa or start with a pair of chairs. I think if they come in and get inspiration by a piece of artwork, that can be an amazing starting point for a room. So being open-minded and really just focusing on one piece that really speaks to them can really start the entire design process and creative process with designing a room.
Okay, Rob, our final question. What design trends do you think will have longevity?
You know, we talked about, mid-century design, and mid-century design is a style that started, from the late 40s through the late 60s, and there was talk about it fizzling out, maybe 20 years ago, but it has just continued to grow and continue to prosper in the design world. In lieu of really having a whole house of strictly mid-century, again, it boils back to mixing, and people are using the clean lines of mid-century and mixing it in with traditional furnishings or with French furnishings and really creating a really unique, one-of-a-kind style.
So Rob, thank you so much for sharing your insight with us today, and of course, happy shopping, everyone. So I hope that y'all have enjoyed this year's 2017 Interior Design Trends video. Of course, if you liked it, you can always give a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for watching. Leave your questions or comments, and I would love to hear if you're going to incorporate any of these trends in your home for this season. And until the next video.